What happened when a hero returned to Korea, after saving the world he reincarnated into? A simple life? An exciting life? Who knows, but one thing for sure is the ability to finally be with your loved ones. But this not the case, as a hero returned only to find he had nothing left. He destroys the world, finding it unfair he was a hero who saved a world and was sad. Now imagine you are on the receiving end of this. Faced with the hero who destroyed everything you loved, but were powerless to do anything, eliminated by his hands. But as you opened your eyes, addressed as a hero yourself, a title you despised. What do? Well, welcome to our manhwa for today. Hero has returned, enjoy. Kim Min-soo, a hero in an alternate world, wrote a letter to his family detailing his struggles and victories. He reminisced about his ordinary life before crossing into this realm. As a school student, a truck hit him, reincarnating him into this new world. His letter conveyed his initial homesickness, followed by his adaptation to this unfamiliar world. He became a hero, gaining strength, leading comrades in battles, building courage and making friendships, while enduring losses. The letter written right before Kim Min-soo was about to battle the Demon King. It was a letter he knew could not be mailed. But in what could be his last moment it did not matter, as all he wanted was to return safely. Kim Min-soo and his party successful in defeating the Demon King, the priestess embracing him for a job well done. The rest of the party laughing, seeing their embrace as an intimate relationship they were hiding. They did not want to accept Kim Min-soo returning home, but knowing how much he missed his family, they toast, wishing him an amazing future. Kim Min-soo having been in Seoul for 3 weeks, thinking how wrong the priestess was. His life was in turmoil, as both his parents died due to him, leading to his expulsion from school and his friends abandoning him. And the only sort of family he had left, blaming him for his parents' death, physically abusing him. Poor and homeless, contemplating why he was left alone after saving the other world. A man bumping into him, making fun of him. Kim Min-soo realized what he wanted to do, as he told the man everyone should feel the same as him. The man about to punch him for his comments, Kim Min-soo calling for his sword Durant. Silencing the man's laughing girlfriend as it landed on him. Kim Min-soo embraced his heroic self, proclaiming it unfair he was the only person sad. As he picked up his sword Durant, swinging it profusely, saying he should be rewarded. He was stood in a crater thinking how his life should have been a happy ending, as we see the destroyed Kong region. 3 weeks after his destructive rampage, a family sits in a car stuck in traffic in the Gyeonggi province. The mother, daughter Dabin, and son Young-soo Park are on a journey to reunite with their father in Busan, leaving the chaos of their hometown behind. The traffic comes to a halt, and an officer on a bike announcing of the approaching hero. He urged everyone to continue on foot, which they quickly obey. Young-soo Park's mother instructs him to protect Dabin, fearing separation. The officer reiterating the imminent threat, chaos ensues as the citizens witness a tank crush him. Young-soo Park carries Dabin, struggling to keep up with the fleeing crowd. The hero watches from a hill, disgusted by their desperate attempts to escape while others perished, vowing he would eliminate them all. The siblings run, and when someone shoves Young-soo Park, Dabin's cherished bunny toy is lost. She insists they retrieve it, reminding Young-soo Park of how their father had given it to her. Young-soo Park, determined to find the doll, leaves Dabin and asks her to keep watching where their mother and grandmother are going. Locating the bunny under a vehicle, as Kim Min-soo swung his sword Durant. The attack extending as far as the eye could see, eliminating everyone, Young-soo Park stood up holding the bunny. Screaming for his sister, but is met with despair as he witnesses the horrific aftermath of the attack. Kim Min-soo approaching him, seeing the resemblance in their eyes, as they were both filled with no hopes or dreams. In a fit of rage, Young-soo Park attacks, but stopped in midair by Kim Min-soo, piercing him with his sword. He contemplates his family and life, apologizing as he loses consciousness. but hearing a person call for the hero to wake up, seeing it to be a girl. He was a hero himself, a fate he despised. A year after the hero's destructive rampage, the government had crumbled, and heroes began to reappear, like Kim Min-soo had done. 7 of them divided the conquered lands, leaving only Seoul untouched. These territories were named Return, Chivalry, Vampire, Change, Faith, Magic, Iron Arm, and Sea Dragon Golem, reshaping the world. In Jeju Island, the Golem hero, Sungwoo Jeon, ruled under the watchful eye of the moon-like celestial orb. The citizens lived in cramped conditions, with So-min resenting her existence. A conversation with another woman led to their discontent and fear of their current situation. Their plight was disrupted when Jeon's rock hand announced the commencement of daily tasks. The crowd assembled, and Jeon arrived, his booming voice amplified by Earth-made speakers. He assigned roles to men and women, criticizing them for their lack of enthusiasm and reminding them of the perils they'd escaped as his protected subjects. He reminded them that the vampire and faith territories held even darker fates. Jeon's anger became apparent as he unleashed destructive beams of light from the rock hands, claiming the lives of some in the crowd. So-min mourned the loss of yet another companion, feeling powerless. As Jeon ordered them to move or face another attack. Later, the women gathering tangerines, So-min hard at work. An elderly lady giving So-min the tangerines she gathered, filling her quota for the day, aware of her loss from this morning. So-min inquiring about the elderly lady, thanking her, hearing she had been picking tangerines her whole life and a little more would be nothing. So-min found solace in the ocean's sight, a momentary escape from her grim reality, as she cried. But stopping with the appearance of a soldier seeking sustenance, informing her of a ship filled with hungry soldiers willing to confront the hero and retake the island. So-min racing back with a basket of tangerines, determined to change her life. Arriving at the ocean front, witnessing Jeon and his stone fist crushing the soldiers, before being captured herself. Entering a state of true despair, as Jeon revealed to her the vanished eyeballs that were constantly watching everything. So-min hearing Jeon say, this was only a small fraction of how heroes felt. She screamed out into the void asking for someone to fight for her, and a brilliant light suddenly appearing, crushing the rock hands. So-min and Jeon, confused by the man standing in front of them, Young-soo Park returned. Young-soo inquiring about the situation, leading to a confrontation with Jeon, who demands to know why Soo Park infiltrated his territory. So-min realized that Young-soo was not a part of Kim Min-soo's hero party. Seizing the opportunity, telling Young-soo of Jeon's horrific acts on Jeju Island. Young-soo inquiring from Jeon if what So-min said was true, his nonchalant response angering Young-soo, who uttered he should die. Jeon attacked with his stone fist and eyeball army, but Young-soo easily destroying them all with the spin of his spear. He then dashed to Jeon, easily defeating him. So-min watched in awe as Young-soo single-handedly dominated the golem hero, Woo Jeon. Young-soo questioning Jeon, injuring him further if he did not answer. Confirming the white-armored hero to be the sword hero, wanting to know his current whereabouts. Young-soo stated he would not spare him for answering, but give him a painless end, as he gave up on his humanity. Jeon stated he was speaking to his golems, as an army of them is seen rushing towards him. A golem lifting Jeon into the air, he recalls his journey to becoming a hero and the constant rejection he faced upon returning home. And now in the present, the world finally being one he wanted to live in. Young-soo telling him every hero deserved to perish. Young-soo activating his godly lightning strike, ripping through Jeon's golem defenses, he was defeated. In the subsequent scene, in the world saved by Jeon, a crowd gathered to raise a statue in his honor. Unbeknownst to them, he was now the late golem hero, Woo Jeon, as he was seen with a hole through his stomach. Jeon's death, causing the golems that controlled the castle to fall as well. So-min opens the gate for everyone to escape, and they all celebrate their newfound freedom for the first time in a long time. Young-soo, watching from a distance, thinking of his family, was envious having no place of his own to return to. Young-soo's reflection cut short hearing someone approaching. So-min startled as he put his spear in her face. She inquired into why he was hiding, as everyone wanted to thank him. So-min, hearing his response, not seeking praise or wanting to revive fear, being a hero himself. So-min admired his kind-hearted nature, taking the opportunity to ask if he would pass the same judgment of the golem hero to the others. Young-soo, passionate in his response, wanting to seek revenge, So-min wanted to assist him on his path. Young-soo initially denying, So-min revealed that she knew the locations of other heroes and their powers from her journey. She offers to communicate with people on his behalf. Young-soo questions her motives, but So-min revealing her own deep-seated hate towards the heroes for her family's demise. She lacked the power to do anything, but able to get a semblance of power by assisting Young-soo on his path. The two depart, as Young-soo told her the path would not be easy. Young-soo sharpening his spear, inquiring into nearby heroes that would be easy to defeat. So-min mentioned the sea dragon hero, who caused terror on the oceans and was the reason for her mother's death. The battle taking place on the ocean. They needed to acquire a boat. A group of surviving marines able to recover with the golem hero's defeat, introduced by So-min. The men were determined, with the sea dragon hero being the reason for many of their comrades' deaths. On the southern coastal sea, a storm ripping through the ocean. Lying in one of the tornadoes, a serpent was being comforted by a girl, stating not to worry as they would not reach land. On a beach near the ocean, one of the marine soldiers approached by the captain, letting him know of the 2 hours they had left until departing. The soldier, unsure with the decision for them to return to the ocean, unable to trust Young-soo. The captain stated even if all they could go off was him eliminating the golem hero, he saw a sliver of hope to make the 30 men he saw as sons' deaths not be in vain. Asking the crying marine if he would join them. In the boat, Young-soo and So-min discussed the sea dragon hero. So-min stating there to be a girl who controlled a dragon, they bested their enemies effortlessly, utilizing their attack and defense simultaneously. While still discussing strategies on how to defeat the sea dragon hero, a commotion was suddenly heard outside the door. Young-soo inquiring from a soldier what was going on, he was informed that the radar had picked up unidentified objects. The boat suddenly surrounded with fishes, followed by the appearance of the sea dragon, accompanied by Shin, the sea dragon hero. Young-soo screaming for them to drop the anchor with the dragon's fire breath attack incoming. The captain ordered his hesitant soldier to follow the order, knowing he had to trust the hero if they wanted to win. Young-soo on the front of the ship, having activated his abilities. He screamed for them to get down if they did not want to perish. As the dragon hero's fire breath clashed with the shield he put up. The marine soldier, seeing Young-soo defending them, aware he could not fight back. He told the captain to give them the order to fight, but as the order was given, the missiles en route to the sea dragon hero. She activated her Atlas shield protecting the dragon and her, but the captain undeterred, knowing their attacks would prove futile. Their ultimate goal was to distract the sea dragon hero, as he ordered them to continue firing. Young-soo Park, noticing Shin shared her mana with the dragon, he thought if they could exhaust her mana they could win, as he then started to push his barrier forward, applying pressure. Shin witnessing Young-soo move forward, aware he noticed the dragon's weakened fire breath. It did not matter to her as she threw her trident towards the barrier. But before it could make contact, she changed its direction, attacking the marine soldiers on the ship. The captain witnessing his men fall, the trident now behind Young-soo. Shin had him cornered, but the trident not making contact with Young-soo. The man that was unsure of Young-soo, seen stopping the trident with his body. Recalling the captain's words to repay their fallen comrades' deaths, Shin shocked by his sacrifice. The man told Young-soo to utilize the opportunity. Young-soo thanking the man as he fell. Took hold of the sea dragon's trident using his skill on it. Meanwhile, the soldier, seeing his fallen comrades, he apologized for being late as they all embraced each other. Shin in awe as she stared up, seeing fishes swim above her. She had arrived in the world of sea dragons named Atlas. Welcomed by the king of Atlas, who stated she should have already been informed of her responsibilities and how to return home. He presented her with a gift, a trident spanning through multiple generations to be used by the chosen sea dragon hero. Shin clutching the trident. The king pledged his life to her, stating he would destroy anything that stood in her path to eliminating the demon king. Return to the present, Young-soo, the one holding the trident. Shin was angered by the sight, screaming for him to return it. Young-soo in agreement, stating it would be returned into her skull. The approaching sea dragon's fire breath more powerful, about to connect with his barrier. Young-soo deactivated his barrier, using his technique glacial path on the trident, hurtling it towards Shin. Shin, witnessing the incoming trident, freezing up everything in its path, stopped her dragon's fire breath, activating the Grand Atlas shield, thinking it impossible for Young-soo to breach it. But the trident ripping its way through the fifth, then fourth, barrier. In no time at all, it reached the first barrier, shocking Shin. But as she witnessed the idle trident, relieved it was blocked. Looking back to attack Young-soo, she did not see him. Young-soo now standing across from her, using his transformed spear, he swung. The attack slicing through Shin as she said goodbye to her sliced dragon. She reflects on the time they spent together. Defeating the demon king in her other world, the Atlas king kissing her for the amazing job she had done. It was revealed they were lovers to the extent the Atlas king gave up his throne to be with her. Upon returning to Seoul, the king struggled to maintain his human form, forcing them to relocate to an island. But as they were on a ferry, the king was no longer able to maintain his human form, turning into a sea dragon. Seen as villains by the government, Shin vowed to protect him, like he had done in the other world. In the present, as they both faced their end, the sea dragon king also stated how much he loved her. Meanwhile, Kim Min-soo, the sword hero, was informed of the deaths of the golem hero and the sea dragon hero. The person stating it to be by a new hero, giving the people hope. It would spell the end for the despair he created in the country. Kim Min-soo then getting up, clutching his sword, the person informing him gave a sinister smile, seeing their despair-ridden hero. In another world, a soldier informs a mysterious lady about the return of the first spear, Burbash, and the disappearance of the fifth spear, Ansili. The lady, realizing this indicated the start for the hero's quest of revenge, gave an order for the blacksmiths to repair as many spears as possible, an act to repay their debts to the hero. As the soldier departed to deliver the order, the lady reflected on the hero who saved their world. The hero having no initial desire to save their world. He proved the most resilient, constantly pushing past his limits in training and battles to get stronger. Haunted with his family's death, blaming himself, he did not seem to be a hero, but a vessel whose sole purpose was getting revenge. The lady recalling a conversation she had with the hero, she was made aware of his need for power to defeat someone once he returned, and the person's strength immeasurable. Once the hero defeated this man, he wanted to make the rest of his life hell, to atone for all the deaths he caused. The lady made aware of his twisted nature in his search for power, the hero having defeated the demon king. He constantly resurrected the demon king for further battles, to the extent it started begging to die. The lady, witnessing the hero constantly pushing himself, begged him to stop, stating they would assist, so he shouldn't push himself to the point he lost his humanity. Return to the present, the blacksmith's hard at work. The lady silently prayed that the hero, even after achieving his revenge, didn't lose his humanity. The hero, Young-soo, and the man, Kim Min-soo. We return to Young-soo, who was tormented by thoughts of Kim Min-soo, questioning if he considered himself a hero of his own story. Young-soo, consumed by his desire for revenge, only expressed satisfaction in Kim Min-soo's death, rejecting any notion of heroism. Young-soo returning to the ship after his battle with the sea dragon hero, So-min believed it possible he could accomplish defeating all the heroes. then inquiring into the state of the marine soldiers. So-min responded they all had perished and they were unable to move the ship, inquiring if he had any abilities that could help them. Young-soo questioning her use as a guide, unable to guide them out this situation. He told her to take a break, as he had to recover his energy from the battle, walking away leaving her feeling helpless. Determined to prove herself, So-min set out to find and study the ship's manual. While doing so, she heard a noise and found Young-soo still awake, paying his respects to the fallen soldiers, covering their bodies, and praying for them. He revealed that his father, who was in the Navy, may have been killed by a hero as well. So-min watched and prayed for the soldiers, too. The sun rising, a helicopter appeared above the ship, carrying the Brown Raven led by Choi Young-wook, a South Korean Reconstruction Government team leader of the Heroes Division. They aimed to secure the hero of the revolt but were unsure if Young-soo would be on their side. Choi Young-wook, introducing himself from the helicopter, threw down a ladder for them. So-min telling Young-soo about the Brown Raven, an organization ran by the government to rebel against the heroes. Young-soo stating they were likely looking to recruit him. They enter the helicopter, moving Young-soo issuing a threat. Choi Young revealed an explosive vest. Young-soo angry hearing Choi Young state all the possible outcomes of him blowing them up midair if he did anything. Young-soo asked where they were headed, Choi Young responding he would not be asking the questions. He told him they were currently being transported, with the organization having no information about him, ordering his men to tie them up. The helicopter making it to a rundown city, landing at the South Korean Reconstruction Government complex. They were escorting the bound Young-soo and So-min to the interrogation room, as Choi Young voiced his concerns of them being planted by the sword hero. At the same time, a drone scanning the South Korean complex, where an unknown man was observing them, he stated he had finally found them. Young-soo and So-min bound and blindfolded as they were escorted to the interrogation room. Young-soo pondered escaping, acknowledging that it would take him not more than 4 seconds to break through his restraints and overpower the soldiers. Stopping annoyed at his current situation, the soldiers turned back, looking frightened, as they ordered him to continue moving. So-min stopping him, stating the soldiers were just afraid, resenting heroes. It was better to convince them into joining forces. Young-soo walking forward, it left the soldiers relieved and So-min blushing. So-min in her interrogation room, questioned by Choi Young on her association with Young-soo and his persona. So-min told Choi Young of his hatred toward the sword hero, and everyone who aligned with him. Having seen no other goal of his, he was likely to vanish after the sword hero's defeat. Choi Young thinking So-min's statement to be true, understanding the time he returned and his hatred for the sword hero. Choi Young thinking Young-soo and the Reconstruction's government goals to be mostly aligned, inquiring into So-min's purpose. Informed she was a guide and had also lost her family, wanting to take part in his revenge. Her statement confusing Choi Young as she further elaborated, ecstatic at the potential Young-soo and the Reconstruction government had to eliminate the heroes. Choi Young stated that they were not planning to release or attack the sword hero, asking her if she truly knew Young-soo and what he planned after he had gotten his revenge. A major risk to let him spark hope in the people and assist him, unable to simply rebuild. Their best course of action would be to eliminate him while he was in captivity. 3 days having gone by, Young-soo pondering in his interrogation room their horrible treatment of him. Hearing gunshots, his cuffs were suddenly taken off as he opened his eyes to So-min and an unknown man. The Iron Arm hero introducing himself to Young-soo, stating he was here to rescue him. So-min admits her earlier misjudgment, revealing that the government had intended to kill them, and the Iron Arm hero intervened to save them. The Iron Arm hero also points out the government's untrustworthiness, which predates the world's current state, and how they view Young-soo as a new threat. Young-soo breaking from his restraints, clutching his spear that had broken through the walls. He stated to So-min and the hero, it did not matter what good acts heroes did, as they gave up on their humanity, deserving to die. Then telling So-min to run away to avoid the impending battle, Choi Young entered telling him he passed. 3 days prior, in So-min's interrogation room, Choi Young having stated it would be logical to eliminate Young-soo. He told So-min he agreed with her, the risk one he would like to take. But the issue with the higher-ups, who sought comfort instead of freedom. Telling So-min they would put on a play, we are returned to the present. So-min revealing they wanted to determine if he would eliminate the corrupted heroes no matter the circumstance, having someone act as the hero, Iron Arm. Young-soo inquiring into what would have happened if he failed. Choi Young disclosed the many bombs and soldiers placed around, sacrificing themselves for a better future. Young-soo thinking of the crazy lengths the organization would go through, gaining his trust. Both in agreement of having mutual enemies, Choi Young stated for the trust he placed in them today. The reconstruction government would assist him whenever possible. Young-soo, Choi Young and So-min in an elevator arriving at the reconstruction's government supersized shelter. So-min amazed with the city's size, Choi Young spoke of the roughly 50,000 citizens having heard of his takedown of the two heroes. Asking him to use whatever humanity he had left, to keep that hope alive. Exiting the elevator, a little girl offering Young-soo a flower, made him reflect if he had anything left to protect. In the underground city, Young-soo and So-min are given a place to stay, but Young-soo insists they're only there briefly to rest and gather supplies before continuing their journey. So-min, however, voicing they should work with the reconstruction government and take escorts and reinforcements along with the essential supplies. She asked Young-soo to take the night to think about it. So-min, fresh from a shower, approached Young-soo, who was seated on the balcony, starting a conversation to learn more about him. Young-soo questions her motives, asking if she still saw him as a threat, like the other heroes. So-min insists that they should at least know each other's names, highlighting the awkwardness of him calling her khaki girl. Then pointing at her bandaged cheeks, reminding him of what he did to her face. This guilting Young-soo into introducing himself, So-min responded saying her name. Meanwhile, Choi Young and the reconstruction government agents listening in on Young-soo's conversation with So-min, affirming his loyalty and trustworthiness. They begin to strategize on how to defeat the other heroes and restore their world to normal. Choi Young voicing they now had 3 heroes on their side, and with 2 defeated by Young-soo, there remains 7 more including Kim Min-soo. The disadvantage evident. A celebration started with the realization they just needed to defeat a few more heroes to return to better times. But unbeknownst to them, this would be their one and only celebration, unaware of the coming darkness. As suddenly, a loud explosion shakes the city as the Sword Heroes party descends from a hole they created in the ceiling. Upon landing we are introduced to Hongwa Rang, the vampire hero, Baek Hana, the faith hero, Mai Rin, the magic hero, Jong Ui Ho, the iron arm hero, Lee Sung Jun, the return hero, Cheon Ji Sung, the martial arts hero, and lastly, Lee Ga Ram, the reformation hero, who asked Kim Min-soo, the sword hero, for orders. The return hero stating they knew what he wanted, the heroes activated their powers and started attacking the city, and in a little over 3 minutes since they arrived the city was destroyed and 13,700 people had died. Kim Min-soo overseeing the destruction, a spear having ripped through the building aimed at him. Blocked by the martial arts hero, Young-soo revealed himself, shouting he had found him. Kim Min-soo glancing at Young-soo, questioning his role in breaking the cycle of sorrow. This accusation ignited a deep rage within Young-soo, who had endured the loss of his family and the subsequent unraveling of his life at the hands of the man before him. Filled with a burning desire for vengeance, Young-soo called for various spears and Kim Min-soo getting his sword. Young-soo's void unity attack ripping through the faith hero, the others observing impressed with Young-soo's strength. The regenerating faith hero ecstatic able to observe the battle, Young-soo throwing his spear, drawing Kim Min-soo's blood. then appearing right in front of him after he deflected the spear. Kim Min-soo thought this to be the best moment to die. As Young-soo's eyes reflected someone who knew true despair, but seeing a sliver of hope in his eyes. Thinking Young-soo saw eliminating him as a form of salvation, unable to accept him being happier than him. He swings his sword clashing with Young-soo, resulting in a huge explosion. Knocked down due to the explosion, both thinking of their reasons for fighting. Their thoughts turned into fueling their own resolves for battling, symbolized by Kim Min-soo's hate towards humanity. And Young-soo's hate towards Kim Min-soo. As their weapons clashed again. Young-soo and Kim Min-soo's intense battle taking place, So-min and the remaining people watching, cheering Young-soo on. Choi Young radioed for everyone to put their lives on the line to hold back the other heroes, while Young-soo fought. Hoping their efforts would be enough to end this sorrow-riddled world. Choi Young's words reverberating through the citizens and soldiers, taking up arms against the heroes. They were truly putting their lives on the line, attacking with whatever they could get their hands on. Knowing it would be nowhere near enough in defeating their powerful opponents. Everyone's faith in Young-soo, whose fight was intensifying with no one giving the other a moment to breathe. Young-soo was rapidly activating his abilities, utilizing his spears. Upon clutching the dragon spear, activating the dragon spirit. The attack meant to end his year-long nightmare. He focused all his elemental abilities into the strike. Kim Min-soo acknowledging his strength, stating that was all he had. Activating his sword, Durance, Daybreak Mode. He swung it splitting the mountain after connecting with Young-soo. Stating his sorrow was too shallow, as Young-soo fell from the sky, could evil truly defeat evil? Comment down below if you are on Young-soo's or Kim Min-soo's side. For more videos like this, check out the channel and turn on post notifications. Like and subscribe to let me know you are enjoying the videos, and thank you for watching.